hate to bring up controversial subjects to start with, but I wonder if you could address the Crowder situation. Any comment you want to make on that to start with?
Yeah, I really don't want to make a comment. We'll let the NFL, and we're aware of it, the NFL is aware of it, and we're just going to go from there.
You talked to him about it?
We've had conversations, yeah.
And the other one I want to ask you about was Chris Culliver. Obviously, he had a situation in San Francisco a couple years ago, and he said some stuff that came out not too well. And I wondered if you had talked to him about that during the free agent process. If that was ever an issue, that the comments he had made back in San Francisco?
No, that was a couple years ago. He was on another team at that time, and so that's not an issue.
You update on Deshaun, Ryan Kerrigan, just kind of where some of those guys stand?
Ryan Kerrigan is in the same situation as we were last time. He's going to continue his rehab process. We'll get him ready for training camp. And Deshaun Jackson, he had a personal matter to tend to today. He'll be back tomorrow.
Same thing with Jordan Reed, nothing new with his recovery?
Nothing new with Jordan Reed. Trent Williams, same thing.
Hey, Coach, as an NFL head coach, would you prefer if these college programs stopped running all these spread offenses and actually No, this is a real question. This is a real question.
I'm listening.
Okay. And put guys under center in a pro-style offense, dropping back 5-7 steps to get them ready to play at this level?
Well, when you're a college football coach, you're doing whatever you think is necessary to win. That's what it's all about. There a lot of pressure on them as well as there is on us, and whatever they think they need to do to win is what they're going to do. And it's our job as scouts and as personnel evaluators to judge what they're doing in their situation. Would I like to see them run a conventional offense? Sure, but we still have to judge them no matter what. And I'm just happy they're out there playing football and competing. And you can see a lot on the way they compete, the way they handle big-time situations and big games. And it's still all good, man. College football is still great.
Coach, you were certainly getting animated out there, especially during the wide receiver drills. It looked like you certainly had a Red Bull before the practice. How are you feeling out there?
I'm a little sore, man. It's fun. The guys are out here competing, and that's what we're trying. We're just trying to get better every day, and the players are welcoming that, and they're competing every day. They're attentive in the meetings. They're working out with the weight room extremely well, and it's exciting to be here right now. And we're all fired up about this season and what might come of it.
You got a lot of new guys back there in the secondary. It's not often in the NFL you get a chance for kind of a total reboot of a group like that, and what kind of a mentality are you trying to instill with the new guys?
On offense?
On defense in the secondary.
You know what? We do have some new guys, but they played a lot of football. They played some football. So anytime you bring in veterans from outside, it's important for them to buy into the system. But luckily, it's a new system for everybody right now. But you want some guys that come in here that are good leaders, that love football, and the guys that we did bring in are very good competitors. They mix in well with the guys that we already got. There's great competition at every position right now. The secondary is no different than any other position we have, and it's exciting.
Coach,
Yo.
LeBron or Steph Curry?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Ohio's watching.
I'm going with Steph. Ooh.
Really?
I wouldn't bet on it, no. I like them both. I love basketball, man. It's going to be a great series, man. It's going to be good. It is good.
Joe said last week he doesn't want to look back. Obviously, he wasn't here, but you were.
Yeah.
To see Emerson last year, and then to see what Joe was kind of talking about, how hard he's worked, and it appears that way on the field. What have you seen in Emerson because you were here last year and you have this year to compare him to?
What I've seen with a lot of guys, Emerson's no different. Is the reason why the guys that are here right now from last year is they all are committed to winning, and they're committed to getting better. And that's what we're trying to do. As coaches, it's our job to make them better. And it's the players' job to buy in and want to get better. And David is one of the great examples of coming in every day, learning a new system, and competing. We signed Chris Culliver. He could have buried his head. We got D. Hall come back. We got Breland, who had a great year last year as a rookie. But David has come in here, opened his eyes up, learned a new system, and competed, just like everybody else has. So I've been very impressed with David.
Off-season being here and guys have a lot more free time on their hands. How often are you talking to your players just about making sure they're doing the right things off the field when they're not around the facility here?
Well, high-character guys are important to us, and luckily we've got some good high-character players, and that's kind of our target in the draft and in free agency. And the guys have done well so far off the field, but there's a lot of temptation out there in the world today. There's a lot of social media that they have to be aware of, and I'm sure things will come up, but hopefully as men we'll all handle it the right way, and we'll stay away from the trouble. Luckily, so far, it hadn't come up and hurt us, but we do have a good group of people, a good group of human beings, and they're working extremely hard.
Jay, the defensive secondary you talked about, Teron and Duke, obviously two guys that want to start and guys who have won. How important is it to have guys with winning pedigrees coming in here, and how are they handling sort of switching off the roles right now?
It's important. You know, trying to change the culture around here, and we're all working very hard to do that. And you bring in some people with some great leadership skills and have been in winning programs. Important. They know how to win and how to prepare to win. And I feel like the season that we had last year, as rocky as it was, I still feel like we did a good job of preparing, and the guys still came in here focused and tried their butts off to win. You know, we beat Philly week 15 or 16 at the end of the year. It shows the guys are still committed to preparing, and we're doing everything we can to change around here, and working extremely hard, and having veteran core good leadership is important. And we brought some guys in here that can help with that, and we've got some guys in-house that are good leaders. So it's a good group, and I'm impressed with all of them.
How are they handling Teron, Duke, though, kind of going back and forth?
They're handling fine. You know, they understand. Everybody understands in pro football, man, there's going to be somebody behind you or somebody next to you you're going to have to compete with every day. And, you know, in order to keep your job, you got to maintain a high level of excellence. And that's a standard we're trying to preach around here. If you're a starter right now, you got to maintain it. Otherwise, somebody's going to be right on your heels. And that's the way it should be. And we have great competition at every position. It's exciting to watch these guys play.